Hello, every pony. It is me, the Jeremy guy, back at it again, hopping on Twitch for maybe the second time, maybe the second or third time this year. I don't remember. I don't remember how long it's been since I posted, or at least like a stream or done a stream. I'm not gonna lie, I was so bored and I had a pretty eventful day, like a good eventful day. And I was like, let's do some streaming. And so today we're going to be making some new art stills. Because, as you can see, the one I'm using is very outdated. I never revealed the blonde one, which you are seeing for the first time now. Oops, sorry. I never revealed this one because my hair never went back to blonde and I never dyed it blonde. But I did preemptively have one ready for brown hair. And at some point a couple months ago, I dyed my hair brown and it stayed brown and then I got it cut. So it's not even in the style. I don't have a middle part or brown hair or pink glasses anymore, actually. I have like very clear gray glasses. And so today, because I kind of want to, because I don't think I'll plan on dyeing my hair any other color for a while, we're going to make new art stills that don't look like a hot mess and have a more accurate look to me. But I did dye my hair black. I dyed my hair black recently. Finally filling out the teenage dream I always had of having black hair. I'm very happy. I'm actually very happy with it. It looks good. I like it a lot. Just about every person I've talked to says it looks good. And so, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. I have not drawn properly in forever. Art Fight literally took all of my, art motivation away. And I didn't even finish all the, attacks I wanted to do. But I did finish all the revenges. I did do all my revenges. But we're going to get started. I know I was on the stream starting soon for almost 20 minutes. Sorry. Oh, great. Love that. My Apple Pencil is not working. Oh, this is the second time it's done that, where it's like, I know I'm fully charged, but you didn't use me for 3 fucking minutes, so I'm going to not work. Give me 1 second. I will be back. Well, you can hear me. You're just going to hear me be really upset. This is the second time that this has happened. But, oh my gosh. Today. It's at full, just about full battery. And for some reason, it has decided that if I am not using it for any amount of time, then it won't work. Which is really annoying because I have to keep my iPad plugged in for it to freaking work. And I don't want it to get disconnected, and I'm worried it's going to get disconnected later. Okay. Alright, we're back. But I got paid yesterday, and for the last couple of weeks, I had an idea on my mind. I really wanted a new computer. I wanted a new laptop, because all my friends, all of them play Bedrock, and a lot of them also have 32-bit games. And I only have a MacBook. The computer, the desktop computer that I had forever ago. 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure I talked about this somewhere in a stream or somewhere. But it went into sleep mode forever when I was playing TF2. And then it never, I could never figure out why. My dad couldn't figure out why. And so it was just kind of rotting. Not really, but in the sense it's rotting, covered in dust, and I'm not using the computer. And MacBooks no longer do 32-bit games. TF2 and Gmod are both 32-bit games. And so I have not been able to play either of them. And MacBooks aren't exactly the best to play video games on. I play with Minecraft shaders, so if I want to play with shaders, I have to sacrifice my frame rate. It's the same with a lot of mods. It does the same thing. Roblox runs fine. The Sims 4 is okay. But I just wanted a computer that I could primarily game, stream, record videos, and be on a Discord call without it dying. Imploding, like my MacBook probably would. And I wanted my first ever stream to be recorded on my new computer. It was $650 with like a 1-year warranty. So luckily, so it was good. It has 1 terabyte of storage. It has like 16 things. I don't know what the word is, but it has a good amount of RAM for like, oh, ignore how ugly this is, but it has a good amount of RAM for the games that I play and the things I want to do, which I'm very happy about. But since my new laptop, it runs on Windows, but it's a VivoBook, and it was one of the cheapest computers that me and my friends could find that would still kind of suit my needs. And so far it has. Unfortunately, though, what is going on with this brush? I'm sorry, I didn't even notice that it did that. It had like it was like thicker on the end. I didn't even, I was looking at the lines and I was like, these look weird. But I'm very happy with my computer. I wanted to, and like I was saying, I wanted to do my first like stream comeback, I guess, on that computer, but since I only draw on an iPad and I don't know where my old art tablet is, and I don't feel like downloading, like paying for iBiz Paint on the computer when I can just draw for free on my iPad, and I don't feel like figuring out Paint Tool SAI again. And so I was going through a whole bunch of steps to get OBS on my new laptop to record like the iPad screen, and I had to do a whole bunch of fucking third-party shit to get it to do it. And once I finally figured out how to fucking add the iPad as like a source for video, it wasn't a very good like capture of my iPad, and but I figured out, and it was like, oh my gosh, sorry, I don't know how to speak. And so I had like the stream set up, all the stuff that I really wanted to be on there. And as soon as like I get the Streamlabs chat, like the live chat thing going, and as soon as I do that, the program I was using was like, nope, the iPad, it disconnected, we can't fix it. And I reset the computer, I reset the iPad, I did all the repairs, I uninstalled some things and reinstalled them, and it was just like, nope, we just can't, unfortunately, we can't work. We can't work, it's not gonna work. I'm sorry. Like, I know you want to record on your iPad and you did everything right, but I'm just gonna break out of nowhere. And so I gave up and I was like, fine, I'm just gonna do it on the MacBook, because that's it. Like, I was like so irritated at that point. But anyway, for art streams, I'm going to stick to doing it on the iPad until I can eventually figure out how to get the iPad screen to pop up properly for my laptop, which probably won't happen for a long time, but it's whatever. If the iPad works, the iPad, not the iPad, if the MacBook works, the MacBook works. If nothing else does, then I guess I have to just suffer for a bit. So, in order to not destroy my MacBook, I can't watch YouTube on it while I'm doing this. So, we're going to watch YouTube on my new laptop. Of course, because why wouldn't we? So you'll probably hear it through the MacBook mic. Because in order for my MacBook to not implode, I have to have it on the charger. And in order for it to pick up my iPad, I have to have the iPad connected via its charger. And so I can't put my better mic on the thing because I lost this mega adapter. I don't know where I put it. So we're using the MacBook Pro microphone. So if I sound either very quiet or very, very loud, or it's bad, that's why. I have a microphone that I can plug into the headphone jack, but a lot of stuff goes into using the microphone, and I don't have a chair at my desk, which is what it's attached to. So we're stuck with the MacBook Mac for, I guess, art streams. Which sucks. I was really hoping that I could use my new computer and show you guys how, like, well and everything it works, but it's evil. Evil, because Apple is a greedy company and wants everybody to only have Apple products. But that's okay. We'll live. At the end of the day, I can still stream the art. It's not like I'm, like, dying. But anyway, so the whole, like, I'm going to talk to you all about, like, the day, all the stuff I did today. So last night after work, I went to my friend's apartment for a sleepover. And we were up most of the night. I watched him play, I can't remember the name of the game, but he was playing this one game. It was really cool. And then he hopped off and we put on Drag Race. And today, one of our friends came to pick us up because we were going to go try to find, my new computer so I could play fucking video games and stuff, And so we get dressed, we go out. The first thing we did was, like, go to this East Asian market. I think it's called Parket Mark, where the majority of the food is, like, already made. It's, like, pre-made food that, like, you can either you can eat either at the building or, like, you could quickly prepare it at home. I ate a spicy tuna onigiri, which was delicious. They had a bunch of namyeon. They had mochi donuts. They had regular onigiris and non-spicy tuna. They had a bunch of stuff. It was really fun. And it was pretty affordable. And it was delicious. I wish I got more, but I was nauseous when we first went out because I didn't sleep very well. But I'm losing my mind. But then after that, we went to Best Buy to check things out. We couldn't really find one that was, like, kind of suitable for what I wanted, like my needs, and which is a little sad, but that's okay. And so then right after that, we went to Target. We knew there probably wasn't going to be any, like, laptops or anything, or, like, any real devices. They were only, like, the only electronics they were really selling was, like, headsets and I think switches. Everything else was, like, phone case, iPad case, phone holder, controllers, stuff like that. And while we were there, we were looking for the giant Jazzwares Jumbo Freddy, the one that was a Target exclusive. I can't remember when they stopped being a Target exclusive, but I know they aren't anymore. And we couldn't find one, so we left, and then we went to the mall. I don't know why we just, like, immediately went to the mall. I don't think there was any stores in there that had laptops, but we went in. We went to GameStop to look for the giant Freddy, see if they maybe had it, and they had 3. They had just gotten them in. They had just put them out. And I walk in, I snagged him, I bought him. He was about, like, $45 worth it purchase. Then we went to Hot Topic. I only kind of wanted to go because I just wanted to browse some stuff. And they had 3 of the Jazzware Nightmare animatronics. They had Nightmare Bonnie, Nightmare Chica, Nightmare Freddy. They only had, I think, 1 Chica and 1 Bonnie left, and I snagged both of those. They had 3 Nightmare Freddys, so I took one home, of course. And then I bought this U2's Glep plush that they had. I didn't even realize it was YouTube's. I keep forgetting that, like, in a lot of alternative stores or, like, people that sell specific, like, pop culture merch, they will have a lot of YouTube stuff. And that was all that I bought there because I knew I was probably going to spend a lot of money, and I still need money to go to and from work with Uber and, like, to eat and stuff. So all the purchases I made were on my Cash App card. So I didn't spend any money on my regular card until we got the computer. And so we left. I had a bunch of nice stuff. And then we immediately go to Electronic Express just to see. Me and my friends at that point were, like, thinking that I was probably going to have to just go online to buy a computer for cheap that, like, still was, like, good. Because unlike the actual company who makes them, who make, like, computers and stuff, they typically have much better deals and stuff going on online than what most retailers offer. And we were going to go to Walmart just to check out stuff if we didn't find a computer at Electronic Express. But then we did. A gentleman came up because we were looking around, a little confused, and he asked us like what we were looking for. I told him my price range. I told him like kind of what I was hoping for, which was like a good amount of storage and some good RAM, but like not too expensive. And we picked out the computer I have now. I bought it. I got the 1-year warranty. And then we all went home, and it was great. My friend helped me take all my stuff back into my house, and he got to meet my dog for the first time, and of course gave him a treat. It was very wholesome, very sweet. I had a really good day. I would say today was probably my lucky day. I was worried that I was gonna have to order online and then wait for the computer to come in, and then I'd have to just wait longer. But I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I got my Jumbo Freddy. I got more FNAF plushies. I got my new computer, and like I'm having a pretty good day off, I would say. Today's been pretty good. But oh my gosh, they have me the job at work, Walmart, they cut hours for like a couple months for like everybody, and they and I'm full time, so I wasn't doing full time hours at that point, and they finally bumped my hours back up to like my full time hours. But unfortunately, now I work so many days that are all 2 to 11 back to back to back to back to back, with like 1 or 2 days off a week that aren't next to each other, which really, really sucks. So, like my job is like killing me right now. It's like the worst freaking job ever. They keep, right now they are still messing around with people's schedules and hours a lot for no real reason that any of us can really figure out, which is, it's really sad. They keep messing with people's schedules and all of that, which, oh my god, I'm literally just repeating myself over and over again. But at least for me, my hours are mostly fixed now. I just have to suffer with 2 to 11 all the time, which sucks. I don't like coming in at 2. It's like, obviously, if you're going, like, if you like sleep in most of the time and you're up late at night and you do closing shifts, it's only kind of inevitable that you spend most of your day at work and all of your time at work. And I don't like coming in at 2. I don't know. Like, sure, it's like good money, but it's also so stressful. They typically don't have like a proper place. Sorry, I'm trying to move this so I can copy and paste it and fix the neck. But I spend like most of my time at work, and it freaking sucks. It freaking sucks. And I've been thinking about, I've talked to a couple of my managers, because I have 4, we have 4 team leads, right now. And so I mentioned to a lot of people that I might just switch my availability from 3 to 11 only, and not 2 to 11, because I like coming in at 3 p.m. more, because it always that typically guarantees a 7 o'clock lunch, so that way it doesn't feel like I'm doing a lot of work and then having a really late lunch to top it all off. So who knows, maybe I'll have a little bit more time in the day to do stuff and not sleep. But oh my gosh, I'm like going crazy, sorry. Work has been like taking everything out of me, dude. I feel like working like at Walmart has like definitely made me not like people a lot. I don't like a lot of people. It's because a lot of people I like customers I interact with are like not, they're acting like they're kind of forced to be at my job, and it sucks. It's like they're forced to, it feels like they're forced to come and shop at Walmart, and I'm like, you don't have to shop at Walmart, guys. It's not a requirement. There's no law that says, guys, everybody has to shop at Walmart. Man, it sucks so much that everyone at one point has to shop at Walmart. I'm playing, but this job definitely has made me not like people, because the majority of the people I interact with are very rude and entitled and gross. But oof, my coach has been moved back to closing and opening and midday shifts. He was doing overnight for a while because we got the digital tags and they were doing all that. And oh my gosh, he is the most nitpicky person I've ever met. Like, he wants like 50 billion tasks done, but then he will like schedule maybe like 5 people to close, not counting the manager, like whatever manager he puts, which is really annoying. And I'm like, you know, we gotta need, if you want us to like zone wipe everything down, all the trash and hangers, all the returns, and keep all the registers open, and only have a couple of self-checks open, then maybe you should probably have more closers. Every time somebody new gets hired, they can only do midday to evening, or they do closing for a bit and then they switch to mornings. And I'm like, there are like 5 billion people in the front end that work mornings. Why do we have like almost no closers? It's like, it's a mess. It freaking sucks. And I have work tomorrow. It's currently 11:49. I've already taken my sleep meds. I was hoping to start this at 10, but you know, my new computer was being evil. So, you know, and then I had to go potty. But I'm not excited for work because I don't like going to work. Unless like my favorite managers are there or a lot of my favorite coworkers who I consider friends are there, I don't like going to work. It's very miserable when it's just kind of like you and a couple of people you don't get to like really interact with that much. Like, oh my gosh. This one just still feels too small. So I can't stay up too late. I may not even finish this on stream. I might have to finish it another time, depending on when my sleep meds start kicking in and all of that, because I want to be able to get to work on time. Alright. I'm thinking for video, I'm going to put on... So the YouTube video, like 30 minutes and almost 40 minutes into the stream, I'm finally putting on a YouTube video. We're going to have in the background this Minecraft horror mod sure is a horror mod by Joty. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Joty, but we're gonna put that video on today.
I think we all know what the scariest thing on Minecraft mod is.
I also have had to find like a billion different extensions to make YouTube work nicely for me, if that makes sense, without saying the bad word. Because a lot of them would do it for a bit and then stop or just not do anything. But so far the one I'm using right now is working pretty good. So if you hear the YouTube video in the background, I apologize. But it's like it adds noise and maybe you guys won't get that bored of my very quiet art stream. If I remember when I upload this VOD, because I don't know when I'm gonna finish this, and if I stop the stream, I may not even upload it like for a couple of days. But whatever videos I watch, if I manage to remember, I'll try to put them in like the YouTube description if anybody else wants to watch them. Oh, also, fair warning, I like to have my videos on a very higher speed. So, and the playback speed is 1.6 instead of the original, because it's cooler. I'm cool and I like when people talk really fast in my ear. I'm a fast-paced guy, what can I say? And I have a stickers on my iPad, so I'm gonna put like a random shape on the side and just pick like something to put there. I think, yeah, the back of the iPad is mostly accurate, but this is just for the stickers. I had a pink stylus when I drew this. I no longer, that stylus broke, and it was really hard to use. But my friend gave me his ex's Apple Pencil that his ex left at the apartment. There's a whole backstory to all of that that I'm not really going to get into. But I have an Apple Pencil again after mine disappeared in junior year twice. But I'm very happy to have an Apple Pencil now, so I can draw a little bit easier. So instead of doing like this pink stylus in the back, I'm going to just kind of do like an Apple Pencil, I guess. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna merge these layers. Okay, I'm gonna make sure this doesn't look too crazy. This is like the best I'm gonna do for body because I'm gonna cover most of it up anyway. It's gonna be covered mostly. Coming out pretty okay so far. Oops, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and like draw, I guess, an outfit. it doesn't look that bad. I think it looks pretty good. It's just a very simple kind of like sweater thing going on.
This one can't be real. I feel like I'm hallucinating. This can't. I can mine this? Do I mine it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit more of an improvement.
Okay, chill. Wait, why is it so big? Wait, stop. Hey. Oh, why can you get out? Hi. Normal pig. I would think so. There's no like ritual going on over here. Hey guys. What are you guys doing? Oh, they're trying to be. Alright, okay, okay. Why did he run? He also ran. What the? Was he chasing me just ran away? Sure is an abnormal pig. Oh. Hey, no, stop. No, stop. Please stop. No, stop. That's not nice. Not nice. What you're doing is not nice. Just stop. Leave me alone.
So this
Hold on. Just give me
doing
the
it.
excuse.
Okay.
What's wrong with the idol? Okay, okay, stop, stop.
Yeah, I like this a lot more than I liked the original
Water.
thing I was doing.
That was a close one. Almost died to an evil pig. What the f is going on? I just ate animals. Okay, I guess I was hallucinating. What did animals? What the f is going on? I'm losing my mind. I think the longer I play this, like the more my life gets zapped away from me. And you know,
Okay, that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, we're gonna make this a little bit big. Well, no, I will,
you're not the ghost pig. Maybe that's the secret theory. Ghost pig becomes more aggressive for game theory on this now. I think that will enjoy analyzing this frame by frame. I'm actually at a loss for words. That hasn't happened yet. Every mod that I play, I have something to blab on about, but I genuinely am speechless at this mod. No offense to any creator, but there's no way people are finding this scary. I think I can put the stuff in these guys in item frames.
yeah, okay, I like that a lot better. And of course, I think I'm gonna make other variations for like for hair colors and maybe like a middle part in case I go back to that. But I think the only colors I will have will be brown and black. I don't know if I'll ever dye my hair any other colors. It just makes more sense to be a little bit cohesive for myself.
I trapped every ghost pig in Ghost Pig Gacha. I trapped every evil horror and even a super evil awesome mod. I don't know if that was a trend. YouTube was just trap every mod. I mean every mob. What's that take? Okay, whoa, 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 whoa! You're too close for the jump. There's no space. No, we're on day 5. Now I feel like I'm on day 500. Now this mod's gonna be making me age non-stop. They were crumble to dust and blow away in a minute. What the? Hello?
Yeah, I like that. It looks pretty good. Okay.
Yeah, good. That was great. No, I enjoyed
Pretty
that.
good. Let me
That's what
fix
I
these.
Once again, never look at pigs the same way. He's right above me, isn't he? Slow down. No, no lead. No, no, sorry. 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 I'm just letting go. Just letting go. It's on. What am I even like meant to say? What am I meant to say? I don't know. This is just like eclipsed Evil Hunter in terms in my head of just the amount of straight yams this mod has produced. I don't even know what's going on. Oh my god, hi. What the? What the? What the? Okay. Wait. What the fuck? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. God. I came into this mod confused and I'm leaving this mod even more confused. I have no idea what's going on, and frankly, I think that's a good thing. I feel like if I'm truly hacked into this mod, I don't think I'm ever coming back from it. So that's it.
Alright, we're gonna watch this Minecraft horror mod. Nope. We're gonna actually watch popular MMOs, Lucky Blocks Bed Wars, but only when Jen does something dumb. Because it's one of my favorite YouTube videos at the moment. Oops, sorry.
Oh my god, guys, she's actually like stuck. She has to break through the blocks. Hey. I just saw you jump off the whole thing. Alright, but if the lucky block kills you, you do lose. Are you have a good feeling about that? Oh my god, it's over! I told you! Alright, so I was. Alright, okay, it's on right now, Jen. I'm so sorry that we're. What? Did it really? What do you mean? There's a block in Minecraft called Dropper Ego. Oh my god, you find it in the map? No, I'm not building a dropper map right now. There's a lucky potion. No! I thought you had to. I'm on! I got that. You have them. Alright, here's a tip for next round. Make sure you have a lucky potion handy. Okay, this is what I really. This is authentic. Basically, you like jump boost this bad insane. I'm pretty sure there actually is. Wait, you broke your bed? And you died? Wait, you lost? Wait, what happened? Is that why we found the area? Alright, he's on. Alright, I hope you. Yeah, I think so. Are you okay? Look, the crafting table just killed you? I don't know what that means. Alright, we are back. Alright, what do you mean? Do you not understand the premise of this game? Alright, okay, why don't you just leave me there? I'll go check it out after I kill you. Then you think about starting the bed. Wait, so you're dead. Oh my god, boys, I can't finish the wall. Ooh, she's got one health. Oh no, she's got one health. You're dead. Wait, is the bed okay? Wait, did it? Wait, you lost? Right here. Oh, this is probably fine. Probably right. You put it down. And then, oh my god, how many guys? Alright, so you have what? Nothing on yours? Because I see it. Can I see that there's something up? Oh, you do it one more time. We're gonna patch that up for you, alright? 15 lucky blocks.
Look how cute that is. Look, it
Only 8 pieces, right?
looks really good. I'm actually a really big fan of this. So far, this looks good.
Did you literally accidentally go by it? Oh, really? I don't believe you. Alright. How did you fall off your body face yet?
Obviously, the mouth and stuff is going to change. This is just like a base expression.
Where's Jen? Wait, you're on fire? What? What is that? What attacked you? Jen, that's a fire. That's a fire. It's chasing you off the walker. Oh my god, they're chasing me too. Oh my god, look over there. There's something else up there too. Oh my god, I better jump off the roof. Oh my god, it's like poisoning me now. I just remembered.
And I don't have piercings, but I low-key do want to give some piercings. Kind of like maybe what I'm hoping to get soon one day. So we're just gonna do angel things. Or the, yeah. Yeah, I think I like just the angel things. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if give it a quick test to see if the face will look good if there was like if it looks good if the hair covers the face the glasses and stuff, or if it looks cooler with the glasses. Because if it looks cooler with, like, I think you know what I mean. If like if all the stuff looks better because it's covered by the hair, then I'll keep it that way. But if it looks okay, no, what if I just hmm. I think it looks better. I think I'll have the eyebrows still go like over the hair. So I'm guessing I'll do something like this. Okay, we're gonna select opacity, and then we're going to. There we go. Okay, looks good. And then I'm going to position it a little bit so it looks. Okay, looks good so far. The fact that it's only 12:13 is like crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. Okay, looks pretty good. Obviously, this is just like the base mouth. I'll do like a version where like the eyes are like facing. I guess I would say you, like looking at you, the person who watches. The person who watches. Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, I have a good idea. I don't have to do that. Give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna put that on that layer as well because if it's just fading in the background, if I want to do another one, I can just know exactly like where I kind of want to position it. like the eyes. It might look a little different on the final product depending, because sometimes the sketch it'll look like, oh, the character is facing this person, they have a very specific expression and their eyes are like a specific shape. And then I do like the line art, and then it's like, oh, the character looked like the expression for some reason, even though you like based it off the original one you did, it's like completely different. Sorry, my friend has texted me. Okay. I'm going crazy. Going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I have no idea if the mic is picking up the YouTube video, because on OBS it's looking like it is, but my PNG tuber isn't really talking. At least every time I look, it's not really like moving as a result of the video. Which I mean, I'm happy for. I'm glad it's not doing that. But you know, I don't know. I really would love to get the early access version of the I feel bad. I don't know how to pronounce it. VOD Mini. I hope that's the right way. I want to get the early access one because it has a lot more freedom. The mini version, it's just like, oh, here are a couple of PNGs that represent specific things. There's no extreme movement or animation. And then the early access right now, you can have set animations and stuff. So it's not like a VTube model. It's still kind of like PNG. Because it, unlike with VTube models that move as a result of what you do with your face or your mouse and have like a huge amount of rigs to it to give it a sort of 3D look. Like PNG tubers are just like a couple of small animations that are only really triggered when you speak or your microphone picks up audio. I don't know if because the early access is only like $8 I think a month via Patreon, and the description is like making it look really promising, and like the little example it has on the page, like the download page, is cute. So it just has little animations and stuff that you can make your model do if you want something a little bit more lively. I think maybe eventually I might give it a shot. I do kind of prefer the cute little creature that just kind of sits there and doesn't do much. But if I can figure out how to, what's it called? Get, instead of blinking, I don't know if you can have like a setting where it'll like for idols and talking, it will repeatedly go back and forth to give it look like there's like a little animation here. So I'm just gonna do. Oh shoot! No, my iPad screen froze. Oh no! Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm a liar. Sorry. I'm a liar. I don't know what happened, but it like froze and then the line appeared and it was like, oh, what's going on? That's cute. I like that. Let me. Okay, so far it looks pretty good. I don't know. I feel like there's something more I can do with it. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. gonna do like little piercings on the puppy ears. Because it's cute. I think I'm also going to do a little tail in the back as best as I can. Shoot, stop. It doesn't want my color picker doesn't want to work. Okay, it's working now. I'll put like just to remember that these are supposed to move. Definitely a step up. I think this is a lot better than the one I'm using right now. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with my I don't know what was going on with my old art. When I would draw myself, I would give myself this really small forehead. And I don't know why I did that. There's like no reason for me to do that. The only reason I had this little guy in the corner is to kind of like get a gist of how I did it last time, like for the pose without the iPad there, because I had a version with an iPad and one without. And I was like, I don't know what's going on in the iPad, so I saved that. And then I have the original, well, one of the originals that has blonde hair instead of like brown. Excuse me, thought I booped. Stop. This YouTube creator is so dramatic about the popular most things. The videos are funny, but it's like, it's so dramatic. It's funny. I like it. Okay. Now we're going to watch popular MMOs, Lucky Block Bed Wars, funniest moments, in my opinion, by Fatty Duck. I just hoping that's how it's pronounced. It's by a different person than whoever made the last video. I love watching popular MMO out of context compilations and just compilations in general, because it's like really, really funny. Like, I watched these people growing up and I thought they were so funny. And the cutoffs are even funnier because half the time it's just fucking Pat screaming. It's beautiful. This is pure art. This is cinema, guys. It's better like that. Okay. Let's start with some line art. We're gonna do the dip pen. We're gonna do it at 3. Maybe 3.5. Boop. Ooh, something's going on with my pressurization. What is going on with my pressurization? What? Okay, my pressurization is back, so now I have to go at a small percentage now. Is it like... Okay, forever ago, my pressurization wasn't working. So no matter like what I did, it would not like change size. I don't know why, but it officially is now doing that. So I have to be a little careful when I'm doing this line art. Okay, there we go. Okay, blends in a little bit more now. Like the first dog here looked good. I don't know what happened. If I just... And it's like not doing the palm rejection properly now. I don't know what happened, but it's, I guess the thing is working mostly now. Look at that, it blends in a little bit more now. I think Apple is probably the only company that has proper pressurization as a stylus. Obviously, drawing tablets, most of them, there will be pressurization settings and stuff. But Apple gatekeeps the technology from people who want to make styluses for their own devices or make replacements. And so most of the stylus that you're going to buy for your iPad are not going to have pressurization, which means you can't do this. Make it really thin and then really thick and thin and then thick over and over again. Because Apple mainly wants people to, once again, just buy their products and stay in-house. Which sucks. I don't understand what the point of trying to be the top person in the market is when a lot of people can't even afford your fucking phones anyway. Like, if you, like, sometimes you are gonna have competition. I don't think I'll buy any new Apple products in my life. Mainly because, VeriSign is a very horrible company. And because, they keep trying to push people to buy new phones and they're putting, like, chips in them. And I'm like, like, specific chips. And I'm like, I don't want that. I really don't want that. So, if the day my iPhone 15 stops working forever, I guess that's the day I'm getting a fucking Android. Like, it's whatever, though. Like, it's whatever. Okay, now my PNG tuber is specifically picking up my video. Hello? Oh my gosh. My PNG tuber is not moving. He's like not closing his mouth. He's just keeping his mouth open. I'm dead. Like, it's blinking and it's doing its little animation, but it's not. Hello? Oh no. Something happened to the mic. Hold on. Guys, oh no, something's happening. Something just happened to my VOD. Oh no, guys. Oh shoot. Oh no. It's like, you can't see it because the mic thing is green. But it's like stuck right here. What happened? Guys, why is my... You know what? We're just gonna leave it. We're gonna leave it be. I don't know how to fix that because I don't have any other... Like, I don't have any microphones plugged in. This is just my regular computer one. It's so bad. Oh, I didn't even realize that some person came into the what's it called? The thing talking about AI viewers. Timeout. I'm going to delete the message. I don't know if I don't know if that pops up on like the thing on the screen for like the chat. I didn't even notice that. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. People, small Twitch streamers are typically victims of those stupid bots that will come into the chat every so often, telling them to go to websites and stuff to get free viewers or bot viewers or AI viewers. And I've gotten a couple of those, and it's really, it's like, it's annoying. It's just annoying. I don't want to have AI bots watching my stuff. I want like a real human being to watch my stuff. It's weird, the idea of like wanting fake people to watch your stuff just because you want to look popular. Fuck. Gotta fix that. No, stop it. Oh, shoot. Too square. My jaw is not that square. At least my chin is not that square. Mostly better. Okay. Nope. Looks good. Okay. I like that. I think that looks good. See what it looks like. Yeah, I like it. Looks pretty good so far. Like, so far, so good. Anyway, do you guys like the new border I have? It has like my new watermark on it and everything. That's crazy that like I wouldn't say a short amount of time, but with the amount of streams I do, it's so funny that like that the border has been roughly kind of like the same. The first one was like a hot pink with just squiggles and stuff. The second one was like a paler pink with like little stuff in the corner and everything. And this one has like the same theme, except it's a little bit less cluttered, and I think it looks nicer. I like it a lot more than I than I like some things. I think it's a little bit more cohesive now. And I like it has my little watermark on it. Yay. And I don't know if maybe if I watch the stream back and see the setting, but like when I used to do like speed paints and streams back in the day, which was like earlier this year and last year and stuff, for some reason my iPad screen had like had such a high, I guess, saturation. It was like very bright compared to what I was what the screen actually was. And it was really weird and I couldn't really fix it properly, but so far the colors aren't like, at least in my perspective, aren't like eye-bleedingly bright like they usually are, which I don't know why OBS does that. I don't know why my iPad screen did that, but I'm assuming it's not doing it anymore because I mean it doesn't look that way on my screen, like the OBS thing. I'm gonna put the BRB screen to see if maybe I can fix the palm rejection. Like, give me 1 second, because it's getting annoying having to connect lines that were supposed to be connected. Settings. Like, I know I turned it off at one point, mainly because the stylus I had wasn't even acknowledging it, and it's fixed. Like, the palm rejection was fixed after turning it off. So let me turn that back on. Palm rejection, canvas. Okay, so now when I draw with my finger, it won't pull up, and it should. I'm gonna give it a shot. Just rubbing my palm on the screen. Okay, it's fixed. It should hopefully not have any more issues with palm rejection. At least I hope. Okay. Looks good so far. Having a really good time. Some life updates that isn't just me ranting about my job. I got in contact with a friend of mine from a couple years ago. We were sort of close when we were friends, and we had, well, it wasn't a falling out or like a fight. We stopped being friends over a specific online incident thing that I'm not gonna spill, but they had sent me a straw page message, and I didn't know it was them at first until they replied to my tweet, one of my tweets clarifying it was me. And we talked a little bit in DMs, and we are officially back to being mutuals. I think that's really nice. I like that we were able to, make up, kind of put the past behind us. And like nothing horrible has come out of it so far. At least not anything that I know of anyway. But I'm very happy. I'm very happy that they decided to reach out and talk about, and just all of that, which was really good. Like I mentioned, I work full time. I don't know if I've already mentioned that before, and like another stream where I switched to full time. Man, there's like not a lot of stuff I want to talk about. Oh my god, wait, actually, no. The other day, I was on the sales floor, so I was watching these self checkouts and everything. My coworker had just like went to break, and we were on the floor together, so I was watching the floor, and my favorite manager was closing that night. And this was like in the early start of the shift. I'd say maybe 2 hours roughly in. And so we had a little bit of a line, and we were like, this register's open, this self-checkout's open. And like me and my manager were just chit-chatting, and she was like, there are like these registers open, and not right next to us, but people in the line like on our right was this old couple. They like gave Vianney a passive aggressive response about Vianney, saying that like, oh, there's some like registers open if you're not waiting for self check, because they wanted to use self check, and so they gave a very passive aggressive attitude. And I was like, that's gross. I don't know why we're doing that. And like we were like whispering about it when a self checkout opened up and they left. And I was like, and they have a bottle of wine, which means I'm gonna have to age check them. So they the wine gets scanned. I go over. Husband pulls out his ID. I type in the birthday. I ask the wife for her ID since it's alcohol, and she immediately starts getting into it with me. Like, she did not want, like, she was like, oh, I don't have it. And I was like, unfortunately, like, if it's adult, like all the adults, if there's alcohol in a transaction, regardless of who's paying or anything, like, everyone has to show their ID, because it is state law where I live, and the alcohol board wants us to have that specifically. So like, I don't make any exceptions. Like, if you have alcohol and you have other adults in your party, I have to see everyone's ID. If people refuse to show me or don't have it on them, then I have to press no ID and take the alcohol away, and that person and group will not be able to come back to purchase any alcohol for the rest of the day. They have to come back the next day. So she immediately gets into it, and I try to explain to her like it's just a policy that we have to see it. And she's like, she's starting to cause a scene at that point. She's yelling at me. And so she goes, I need to speak to a manager. And my manager was still in the middle, in between the pharmacy side checkouts and registers and the grocery side checkouts. And so I just yell, like for my manager, I'm like, Vianney. She comes over. I explain my manager, like, in a not so nice way because those people, like, were not very kind about it. Like, she explained it to him, and she's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go, and then he pushes the alcohol, and, like, the thing is, if someone in your party doesn't have an ID or doesn't want to show the ID, and they say, oh, I'll just, like leave, and they can purchase it. No. If we know you're together, and we can't sell you the alcohol if one or more of people in the group don't have ID and don't want to show it. And so they start fighting. Before I can even, like, press no ID or do the age check to void it off, the guy, he just voids it. I take the wine. The lady, she was so mad. She was, like, getting, like, angrier and angrier as my manager was explaining why that, like, the alcohol sales the way they are. And she's like, is this a new and the lady, she was like, is this a new program? Is this just a new program? And I'm like, no, I mean, we didn't say anything in response to that specific phrase. But she was like, I need the store manager. Give me the store manager over here. Mind you, all the self-checkouts, all the cashier registers, and both of the entrance and exit doors have a sign that says that we ID all customers for alcohol and anything that requires somebody to be 21 plus. And so she's like, give me this, like, we need a store manager, and we're not gonna get my store manager down there because you don't have your ID for a bottle of wine. And she goes, I'm not gonna bring him down there. And she, like, but I'll get AP. And so she calls Gabe, and the lady's throwing a fit. Guy's starting to try to finish checkout. She takes the cart. She just goes, stands by the exit. She's, like, flipping everybody the bird. Gabe comes up, explains. At that point, I, like, took the wine to a grocery return cart to put it in there, and I'm smug as hell, because I'm like, why are you yelling at me? Because you, for some reason, don't carry your ID with you at all times. Like, I don't care about, like, digital pay, tap to pay, digital ID, or whatever. Like, you should never, if you're going out in public or anything, you should always have your wallet with your ID and all of that with you. Because you never know. You literally never know. You should always have some form of identification on you. I feel like that's the smart thing. And maybe kind of read the sign on the door. If you start yelling at, like, a employee because they won't sell you alcohol or can't sell you alcohol because you don't have an ID or you're not old enough or people in your party don't want to show the ID, then there's a place you need to go, and it's called Alcoholics Anonymous. Because why are we screaming and yelling and insulting people over a bottle of wine? That irritated me. I love taking alcohol away from people who get frustrated and upset because they don't have their ID or whoever doesn't have their ID. Because I'm like, I get smug about it. I do. It's one of my favorite things. I get nervous when I tell people that I won't or can't sell it to them because I don't like being yelled at. But I was smug because my manager and AP, like, came up so fast to, like, try to set her straight. Like, guys, if you are going to the store with multiple adults, make sure everyone has their ID. Like, you should never leave the house without your ID and everything. Because we don't take photo IDs. Where I work, we don't take photo IDs. You have to either have a driver's license, a state ID, military ID, passport, something that's, like, a valid ID, not, like, a picture of it, because you can easily alter a picture. And one of the things that customers tend to do, they'll be like, oh, but I'm not drinking it. Like, oh, but so-and-so's, like, but this person's paying for it, and I'm not going to drink it. Well, if we were able to I don't like this brand, I don't drink alcohol, I'm not going to be the one drinking it. Like, we don't accept that as an answer to let you just purchase alcohol or be in a party where alcohol is being purchased. Because you could very much be lying. You could just, like, you could totally love that drink and all of that, but, like, you could just be lying. You just have to show the ID, and I have to type in one birthday, and then it's good. But, like, it's really annoying. Because I'm like, first of all, why are you leaving the house without a valid ID? That irritates me. And, like, my manager was like, and if they try to come back again to purchase it, they're just going to immediately get trespassed. Because at my store, I don't know if it's the same for other Walmarts, but if you get denied an alcohol, if you get denied an alcohol sale for any reason, you have to come back either the next day or a day after to come and purchase alcohol, regardless if you're just coming in by yourself this time. If like when you deny somebody, you go around to all everybody on the sales floor, everybody on the registers, give them a description of the person, what type of alcohol they were specifically buying in case they come in a second time, so that way they don't get the alcohol. And then like immediately you just like, if it gets scanned or anything, you either take it before it gets scanned, or you go like you put no ID regardless. And then you have to explain that they cannot come in until like the next day or another day to purchase alcohol because they've already been no saled. If they come in a third time, that's typically when they start trespassing. Because if you got denied once, why are you trying to do it 2 more times when the same fucking people who denied you all already know that you've been denied alcohol, like an alcohol sale? Why would you like come back the same day in the same outfits and stuff? We've had people come in who are like where they try to dress a little bit differently, but they're buying the exact same alcohol. They like have the like exact same hairstyle and everything, and it's the same person. They just changed their shirt in order to try to buy alcohol because they were no-saled because the people in their group didn't have ID. Like, it's actually crazy. Like, guys, just go to a liquor store. Go to another like store that sells alcohol if you get no-saled at fucking Walmart. Like, it's actually crazy, like, some people do for, like, some lame-ass alcohol. Like, why are you doing this over fucking Budweiser? Like, why are you, like, trying to come in and keep bypassing, like, the fucking state law and policy for, like, some mid-ass beer? I don't get it. I think it's fucking hilarious when they do that. I don't know why they do that. Like, it's not that important. You don't need that alcohol tonight. But, yeah, that was like, it was so crazy. Like, why do you act like over a bottle of wine? Why are we screaming and yelling? Like, we're supposed to be grown adults. Why are we screaming and yelling like babies right now? No. But it irritated me, but I was smug as hell because I love taking alcohol from people, and I love not having to give in to people who are being very rude and trying to be very nasty. Especially because I don't go up and I say, I need all IDs, and I can't and I won't sell this to you. I go up and I greet them. I ask politely. I'm like, pretty please, for ID. I explain to them kindly the policy and everything. And so like I'm being nice. I'm being very nice. I'm being very nice. I'm being patient. I'm being kind. I don't know why you're snapping at me. It's like being frustrated is one thing, and then taking it out on like an innocent worker who's just trying to do their fucking job so they don't get fucking fired for something as dumb as alcohol. Like, crazy. You have to have something wrong. Like, you have to have something clearly wrong with you if you just like to abuse retail workers because you didn't get your way. Genuinely crazy. But yeah, that was one of my days at work. Love that for me, right? I just love when customers scream and yell at me over stupid shit. Like, people who come into Walmart can be super dramatic at times as well. Like, genuinely crazy. Like, why are we screaming and yelling because you just got caught stealing and was stopped by AP? Genuinely crazy stuff. Like, working retail has definitely made me hate people. I don't like people that much. Anyway, we are now going to watch part 2, Popular MMOs Lucky Block Bed Wars Funniest Moments, in my opinion. Also, once again, by Fatty Duck from 2 years ago. All the videos this person has made, I think, are like from 2 years ago. Okay, looks good so far. Line art looks really good. I just have to do the smaller details and the things that I want to be moved and stuff on the different layers. But this is looking good so far. Let me fix this a little bit. Tell me what you waiting for.
My baby got you! Wait, she's trying to get my pet now? No. Oh, no. No, she's not 30, baby.
I got it, Daddy-o! What are you gonna do?
That's better. Okay.
I slipped! Oh my god, I slipped.
That was so intense.
I can't believe I slipped and fell off.
What did you slip on?
Wall.
It's so slippery.
It was, I'm telling you, it was all squishy.
Oh, I got deep in the bird last night.
Oh, you got Digger Zamachi?
Yes.
Why did I have my bag? No! At least you can get in time. Where is she? Oh god, where is she?
Okay, and I'm gonna.
I lost again!
Oh, look at me, I'm hard to stand. That's love.
Oh no, the skeleton wants my base! Oh, I got wood! Oh.
Get away from it.
Ah, I got the bed! Yes! I won the water round!
Not that it means anything, though.
Whoa!
Pity round.
Whoa!
Congratulations on winning the pity round.
You won the pity round last time. You know that, right?
I'm just kidding.
Say something nice. Say you're proud of
I'm
me.
so proud of you for winning the pity round. No, seriously, though. I'm so proud.
You're proud for what? What, you got 3.5 million subscribers? People took videos, they're missing half the video.
I'm working on it.
She's like, oh, sorry, round 1 and 4 are missing? But I hope that you guys enjoy 2 and 3. Fine. There's like no outro to the video, just ends. Oh, we got to see you back for round 4. And then just, video's over.
Prosper. That's evil.
No, I just have a little tiny sword.
But watch it grow when you see it.
That's what she said. What is going on? Oh my
I
god.
don't know, this is so weird.
Okay, so we both... He just fell out of the world, Chad. He tried so hard. But in the end, it didn't even matter. But dude, that is the end of it today. I won all 3 rounds, which is
Why
good.
do I spit so much on the top?
Why did you tell
There's
me?
everything.
Is there a reason you let everybody know?
I just thought the people should know.
And we'll see you dudes next time.
time.
Oh my god, I finally got good armor.
Oh, God. That's really awkward, actually.
You're like the devil. You know when you like sit on your shoulder and then please do this horrible thing? My god looks so creepy. Like the view is perfect right from there. Oh, wait, drop it, whisper into my ear.
People.
Eat people. Well,
Okay,
no,
looks
that's not it.
good. I like this. Okay.
We're playing. Alright, so we need to get on top of our beds. That's how it
We
works.
have to do a little dance.
Alright, okay, do a little.
Do a little dance. No.
Alright, it's gonna go. Alright, so how am I going to get to the middle? You're blown up by a witch?
No, not by the witch. By the block.
It said Super Really Ever was blown up by a witch. Is it like really that
No,
bad?
wait, why are you here? No.
Ooh, give me the cola. You only get newspaper in your hand?
I don't know what this is. Oh, my God.
Okay, behind you.
Oh,
Oh, your bed's
no. No.
This had a peek at him like this. I want you to die from whose skull? Whose star? Oh yeah, they're like really fancy. I just got
No,
practice here.
I'm not holding box. Crap, I have to open more blocks.
Alright, so are
I'm
you?
a little bit nervous because I can't go upstairs.
Oh, I forgot. Go.
No.
No.
Oh, my God.
What is
It
it?
was horrible.
What happened?
The whole base is
Oh
blown
my
up.
god!
But my bed is still okay, though. If I'm sitting in a
Oh
rack.
my god, you can't live!
I'm counting on the gem lucky block right now to give me something amazing.
Alright, yeah, maybe you'll give me something.
Yeah, I got some hay.
Can I use? I'll just use lucky blocks. Oh, huh? Alright, is your bed really in there? 'Cause I'm not sure I believe
I
it.
don't really know if it's in there or not. I think it is, though.
I don't know if I believe that this is here. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that there's a bed in here. I don't believe it at all. It's almost broken. There's no bed, Chad.
Use it not this. What? There's no bed.
There's no bed in here.
Look at that.
Where did it go?
Looks pretty good so far.
Explosion.
Okay. The fact that I haven't even finished, like, I haven't finished this, and I'm sitting here like, oh, I've been drawing for too long.
Yes, you can do it. I just gotta knock around the world.
But I can do this. I know I can finish this. I just have to finish this, and I'll be good.
Try to escape. Wait, soak it off.
Oh, that's too big.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Are you standing on your bed?
Yes, I am. Jumping. Working.
Okay, are you? I'm scared. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah.
Turn this down a bit more.
Is it full obsidian?
We can see from here.
And not even flourish to guard it.
Where?
Hello? What are you doing right now? You're freaking me out.
Why, what's going
Are
on?
you like underneath? I just heard something.
Heard something?
I saw you. You're underneath, aren't you?
Oh my gosh, you know she heard me fall down. Is that how you know I was underneath?
Don't see.
You can't see I'm invisible, Chad. Alright, bed's gone.
No! I just jumped out of the world.
No, you did. It's over. Yeah, I feel like Jen dies so much more than I do over there. I don't know why.
Fell off the screen.
See, you wonder why I finished before you and I come going to kill you? It's because I'm not sure what you're doing. Yeah, but how are you gonna get over there without interferals? You
That
dead.
was so clumsy.
You just got dead, didn't you? Alright,
Is
okay.
it clumsy alert or is it clumsy?
Oh no, I got Red the Banana Man.
This looks really amazing. Wait, you really?
Yeah, just got it. I'm now getting farmed by mobs. Oh, I got the banana. You got the banana talking?
I got my banana.
This feels like a video I would make. Oh, okay. Well,
So catchy.
it really is. Are you on the way to my bed?
No, are you?
Am I? Am I on the way to my bed? Yeah, I am. To protect it from this.
Wait, how did I get here? I was trying to go for the middle. That's so weird.
You're such a liar. Oh my god, Marty.
Wait, do we have the same Jen play on too?
Right. Well, dude, I hope you guys have some fun today. It's all for fun. Definitely smash the like button for Jen. She is. Why does that happen after? I don't understand. Oh, Jen, remember, there is something really cool we can get. Remember in the challenge game. Oh my god. Wait, where are you?
Excuse me.
Oh man.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah, no,
I'm just flying. What are you doing? No!
Oh.
How are you flying? That's not cool.
Jen, oh yeah, catch. Catch, I have a gift for you.
No.
Jen,
My bed.
Jen, there it is. Wait, I'm just gonna go to the middle now and get me something good.
No, that's so not cool.
Oh, I got a Google pickaxe.
Wait, can I fly? Let's try. Oh my god, I can fly too.
Wait, you could have flown the whole time?
The whole time.
Get away from me!
What are you doing?
You know, I'm
What
just.
are you doing right now?
Oh, where's your bed, Jen?
What do you mean? Where's my bed?
Where are you?
What are you doing in my bed?
Where's your bed, Jen?
Here we go again.
Oh god, you're right, I'm doing it. Oh no!
Here we go again.
Jen! I didn't know I was doing it. I really had no idea. Oh my god, I did it. What's wrong with
I
me?
think you have a problem.
I think I have a problem too. Go weird, go weird, weird, weird. Oh man. Okay. Oh no, she's coming at me! Kill it!
Ah! You said kill it. What do you mean by that?
Where are you?
What do you mean?
Where'd you go?
Where did you go?
Are you dead?
No, but your bed is. Oh, where's the baby's bed? Oh, where's the baby's bed?
You hacker! So gaming is a fun thing, but you know what, guys? You don't have to be the best at it. It really isn't important who wins or who loses. It is that you are having fun, and I'm having a great time.
Would you be saying this if you won both rounds?
Yes, I would, because all I care about is having fun. Winning and losing mean absolutely nothing to me, and it should mean nothing to you too, because skill in gaming is like skill in cooking. You can always order from a restaurant. Oh my god, I might be able to like protect my bed.
Oh my god, you should definitely do that.
Where are you?
Oh, I got something really good.
Oh, you too. What else? Snow.
What happened?
I'm like actually snowing. I'm stuck though.
Oh, no.
Wait. Go halfway between again.
Okay.
Okay, well, keep my bed back. I'll come back.
Yeah, keep it back.
Okay, it didn't happen. Okay, you're halfway between?
Yep.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go! It is on, guys.
It's on.
I'm gonna cry.
Wait, are you in a water tower?
I know it's
Oh
bad.
no. That's really sad.
Hello, Jen.
Oh, hello. Say hello to my little friend.
Ah!
Okay, now we're gonna do part 3 of the little popular memos for the video.
Right now, I think I'm actually doing amazing, so I don't think anyone will come for me,
I
Jen.
got green fat bags.
What? What is green even fat bags?
Okay, I'm trying to build my teeth. I actually have a lot more blocks left over.
She's lying like to my face right now.
I'm lying about anything.
She's lying. Is that a hollow you're using? Wait, is that even a pickaxe? Alright, I'm going upstairs, open my laptop.
Oh my god, I got really good things. Wait, was that pretty good or was it too early?
It was a little too early. It was impossible for either of us to have gotten up the stairs yet. Well, I'm extracting
And I'm
the stairs,
thinking
no armor on.
for like when the mouth is open that the eyes are gonna do this little
She's playing the games right now.
Yes. What are you gonna do? Oh.
a little bit of like a swap squish, if you know what I mean.
You're here. I think so.
That's a horse.
Jack, you're so pretty. Where's the horse? Why would you let me on your back?
What are you doing right now?
What the heck kind of comment is that? You can't even see.
I can see just fine. Okay, don't make fun of me and my beard just bent.
Alright, it is on right now, guys.
Remember the last time you did this? It went
Oh god, no, my horse is in me! No, I can't lose. I can't lose. I have defense like one. What's the axe you're using, Jack?
I know. I was hoping it would work, but it's not working.
Get off my room.
I have no way to break the lock.
Oh my god, you're insane. What's
Okay, so closed eye, open mouth.
These are panties.
Closed eye, closed mouth. So I need two, yeah. Open mouth and closed mouth are the only ones I need for the blank.
Alright, so motion is going for the middle.
It's not you going for the
But
middle.
it's not my face. So you're never reaching. Yeah. Are you not speaking because you're not reaching and you're embarrassed? Oh! Oh god, you guys, oh my god! God, give me a B! D! Give me an E! E! Give me an E!
He's seriously gonna do this the whole time.
Alright, you
You spell out bed.
give me an, I know you don't know what I'm gonna spell. You don't know me. Give me a D! D! Give me a D! E! See, you didn't expect 2 Ds, did you? Give me an E! E! Give me an R!
Ah, he's not even spelling.
Better. Get ready to lose.
I mean, you got mine then?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, I got.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, baby, what up, man, father? But you're biting on laugh.
That's not funny.
Right. You just really hit my face, breaking my back.
You're coming for me right now, are you?
No.
You totally are.
No, I'm not.
You're like a fiend.
No, you just feel me.
Mhm.
Creepy. How do you feel me?
I don't know.
I can feel you. Oh man, that's creepy. It's scary. Okay.
Wait, no! No!
Okay, okay.
No. Oh no. Wait, I don't want to. You can't get through it. This is where I lose. I swear
Okay,
to you.
then we have one opened eye with the mouth closed because with the mouth open for the
This is real bad.
Wait, are you? Hello?
Hello?
What are you doing?
yeah. Okay, hold on. Because for the talking, it's going to be squeezed eye. So it's going to be okay. So we have the idle. Shit. Okay.
Alright, we are back for the third and
We
final
have
round.
to restart it because Matt said the most embarrassing knock. It wasn't even embarrassing, it was lame. It was the lamest knock knock joke.
No, it wasn't. Was it lame?
Okay, I'm going crazy. I'm going to take a quick break from that so I can color the mouths.
It's not even what you said.
I said Bedwars. It was in honor of my mom because that's how she does knock knock jokes. Stop. Or yeah. 39 damage, 50 damage. What happened? Oh, it's on. It's actually on.
I probably shouldn't stand over here.
Wait, what are you holding? What are you holding?
It's big, this whole thing.
Oh no! Oh no, I'm scared. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, I have a good idea.
Are you gonna try to kill me?
He's gonna try to kill you.
I feel sick. Like I'm so nervous
I
about
feel
it.
like if you jump off, you're probably gonna kill yourself.
He jumped off.
Oh my god, Steve!
Oh my god.
Yes!
Oh my god.
I don't want to talk to you right
How
now.
much damage did I have?
A lot of damage.
Oh my god. Oh man, this was the best episode ever. Wait, there was a creeper
It
celebrate.
doesn't even matter because I lost anyway.
I know, but it was so exciting at the end there. So today, dudes, we are using the Roblox Lucky Block.
Yeah!
Alright, okay, again, you have a Roblox channel, Jen. It doesn't mean you're okay?
Oh, shout out! If you want to go check out my Roblox channel, you should do it.
You know, I already on top. So basically, you never do points. You get a point if you win, but there is a
Wait, are
way.
you doing this because you're so bad? Oh, sorry.
You're bad. And we are gonna go over the rules. And when I say we, I mean Jen.
Alright, would you like me to go over the rules?
No.
Making sure. Okay, let's go. Maybe you should go first.
Okay, no,
Okay, I think I'm going to take a break on the
come ahead.
When you see me dancing, I'm already doing. Oh, just
You're twerking.
mouths and stuff for a second just so I can
I got a bunch of balls.
get flat colors.
Why is that funny?
I'm not laughing. I'm trying to kill
What are
you.
you doing?
Oh no! I'm actually in a water trap. I'm in trouble.
Good. I can't do that.
Alright, you're just cruel and unusual, okay? When I die, I'm gonna respawn right next to the mic.
Ah, it fell off.
Alright, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to get it now that you're dead.
Wait, no, no.
What? God, that's it! I totally forgot you made spawn.
There's no way you're gonna win this round. I'm just saying it right now.
Alright, I have a sword though. It's pretty decent.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I have you.
Nope. Alright, so I'm up my defense game. That is one of the best things you can do in Bedwars.
No, no, I just got eaten by the killer bunny.
Was it like too late when you started saying it? Does that ever happen? Like just too late at that point? You've already started speaking. I just got eaten by the killer bunny.
How lucky are the unlucky ones?
How lucky are the unlucky ones?
Yes.
They will win sometimes. Take it.
No. That's it.
The bed?
That's gone.
It can't be.
That's it.
Wait, is it literally gone? How did you lose it?
You told me they weren't that bad.
I told you the winner came out of it. What did I say? They're not that bad. You liar. Wait, you put any names on your bed yet?
Yes.
Why is there like lava all over the place in here? In your face?
Because I put down his trash.
Oh my god, this is dangerous. Oh man. Alright, so what I wanted to go
Oh, it's supposed to be like a silver color, not like a.
thank you guys so much for watching.
Are you okay?
Well, hopefully see you next time as long as I'm not dead. Bye!
Oh, bye.
Jen is on some serious coffee right now, guys.
I'm feeling a little wacky.
She's like giving me her opinion on everything going on in the world.
I'm like super passionate right now.
Is
Look at that. That is the face of an evil creature. Okay. I think this is all I'm going to do for this stream. I'm gonna go ahead and give the because it's 1:12 a.m. and I would like to go to sleep before 4 a.m. My meds are kicking in. I'm just gonna probably watch YouTube for a bit. All right, this is I'll end it off with like a cute face. Look at that, very cute. But I will probably finish this sometime tomorrow. If I don't finish it before I get home from work, I will maybe stream the last of it, like the last of me finishing it. If not, I might post it on DeviantArt as like a page. But anyway, have a wonderful night or morning or whenever you're watching this, because it's 1:13 a.m. for me, at least at the time of this. Anyway, good night, every pony. I'm sorry if my mic quality and everything was a mess. All right, good night.